Hello, Revere, and welcome to the Revere Veteran Service. Today we have three special guests. They are all Vietnam veterans. On my left, right here, is Mr. Nick Bua, who's Director of the Revere Veteran Service. Next to Nick on his left is Pat Caruso, head of the Beachmont VFW Post 6712, Post Vice Commander.
Senior Vice Commander. Yes.
And of course, Joe Cole, Post Commander of the Jewish War Veterans. Gentlemen, thank you all for coming. But before we start the show, there's two things I said I was going to do. One of them is we're going to salute the flags first. So Nick, would you be kind enough to lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we start the show, gentlemen, we're donating this show to all our troops here and overseas. To all the service people that serve in the armed forces, thank you out there. So Nick, since you are the director of the Revere Veteran Service, why don't you start it off first?
Okay. The Revere Veteran Service is to help all the veterans in our community. We have a number of veterans, new and old, who receive benefits through the Veteran Services, Revere Veteran Services, and through the City Council, which approves the budget, and the Mayor Rizzo. We provide a lot of services to the community. Recently, we have the food bank, and the food bank was established about a year ago, and Donna, who is the secretary, Donna Driesen, who is the secretary in the office, and she runs the food program. And right now we provide food for approximately 360 veterans and or their spouses. And we service Revere, Chelsea, Winthrop, Wakefield, Melrose, and Saugus. So we provide quite a few people with food products, which the food comes from the Greater Boston Food Bank, and they've been working with us for a number of years, for the last 2 years, and we're very thankful for all the food that they've provided for our veterans, our needy veterans, and for our community. We also do help with the veterans with VA forms. We have a number of veterans who require assistance completing VA forms. They were kind of confusing, and but we work out with the veterans, and usually we come out with the good results as far as them getting veteran benefits. So we.
And if they want to contact you, Nick, how would they do it?
Well, they call the office. The office is located 249R Broadway, and which is in the rear of the American Legion building. The phone number there is 781-286-8119.
Can they email you too if they want to?
Yeah, my email address is nbua@revere.org. So,
two questions I have for you that was given to me before we go to you two gentlemen. Number one is, on the food bank, is there any fixed income for a veteran or anything, or it don't make any difference?
It doesn't make any difference. The only requirement is having a discharge papers just to prove that your husband or yourself was in the military.
So a spouse can pick it up also then?
A spouse, yes. We assist a number of spouses, and so some of the children, younger children of the spouses. So
right. And if a homeless veteran, if he wants to get in touch with you, he uses the same number? And
same number and
email.
Yes.
Okay, Nick. So for your service, I salute you.
Oh,
thank you for your service. Now, your gentleman on your left, Mr. Pat Caruso, how are you, sir?
Good, sir. Very good.
Tell us a little about yourself and your organization, which is the Post 6712 Beachmont VFW.
I'm the Senior Vice Commander, and I'm here tonight representing the commander who couldn't make it tonight. And the Veterans of Foreign War was established in 1899. It was after the Spanish-American War and the Philippine insurrection. And today, there is over 1.9 million
Right.
members.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we do community service, and we're a fraternal organization, and we help the veterans. And getting back to the community, we support the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts, Little League programs, especially Revere Youth. And we do that by making donations. We donate the hall. And again, we try to serve the community. And the city of Revere, whenever they have a function, if they contact us, and we try to save the hall for them. Each year, they have the Revere veterans. And we hold that aside for the veterans of Revere.
Right, Pat.
And we try to help families, and we provide whatever service we can.
Right.
if
I
we're
also read
contacted.
somewhere with the VFW, the American VFW, has given over $3 million in donations to help other people out there.
With the scholarships
Yep, right.
for students going to college. And also, 2 years ago, we had the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Moving Wall,
Right.
which was a great success. Unfortunately, the weather didn't cooperate, but it was a great turnout. For 3 days, we were open 24 hours.
Right.
And it was for veterans and families of veterans that wanted to look up a name of servicemen killed during the Vietnam era. And also, it was for veterans to grieve. And they would come by 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Now, Pat, if people wanted to join the VFW, you know, if you've been overseas and they wanted to join your organization,
All they'd have to do is come to the VFW and ask to speak to the quartermaster. And all they have to do is show that they have a DD 214, and which would tell us if they were in Vietnam, or if it doesn't have to be Vietnam. It
no,
could-
overseas.
overseas, Afghanistan, and any of course, with the World War II veterans and Korea and Iraq. Again, all they have to do is come to us, and we're more than happy to have them join.
Right, Pat. Now, I got to ask you, if a veteran was overseas even for 1 day, is he still eligible to join?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So let me salute you for your service, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And on your left is head of the Jewish War Veteran Post Commander Joe Cole, who's also a veteran of the Vietnam War. Joe, tell us a little about your organization.
Our organization is the oldest nationally chartered veterans organization in the United States, formed in 1896 as the Hebrew Veterans, partially in an effort to disprove the rumor that Jews were not in the service, which was not true. In fact, there's a Medal of Honor recipient that goes back to the Civil War. We meet at the Hyman Towers on Walnut Ave. We do try to do community work. We do give out scholarships to children and grandchildren of members of our posts. Our biggest function annually, statewide, is what we call the Classmates Today, Neighbors Tomorrow Brotherhood program, which honors a high school student from any high school that wishes to participate. We've had as many as 100 schools participate. It's held, breakfast is held every February, There are 6 monetary scholarships given out. Members do not have to be Jewish. We have associate members that can join. If you wish to get an application, easiest way is to get a hold of Ira Novoselsky, and his phone number is 781-289-7031. And thank you for having us on tonight.
Right now, we've got a lot of functions coming up every year, like Flag Day, Veterans Day, Pearl Harbor Day. Nick, this year, or every year, tell us about Flag Days, and also mention people who have bad flags or want to get rid of them.
Well, first of all, I just want to mention that we're going to have on May 25th Memorial Day services, and that will be held in front of the American Legion Post at 11 a.m., which is on Monday, the 25th. And the host post will be the Mottola Post, the VFW Mottola Post. It'll be the host post, and as a guest speaker, I have the superintendent up at the Chelsea Soldiers Home, Cheryl Poppy. She will be addressing the community and telling about all the new changes that have been made up in the Soldiers Home. So that's on the 25th of May. Prior to that, we'll be decorating the graves. Donna Dreesen, my secretary, my right arm. Without her, I'd be lost. And she helps, her and her husband Steve. They help out planting the flags at the graves of the veterans at Woodlawn Cemetery and Holy Cross, and we do about 2,000 flags a year. So the Jewish War veterans also do theirs, and both VFWs they do theirs. The members and past members, and so it's quite a undertaking, and hope everybody will participate. Hopefully we'll be doing a reverse 911 this year through the mayor's office in order to make sure that people attend the Memorial Day. It's 1 hour. It's from 11 to 12, and after the ceremony we provide collation. So I appreciate if everyone could attend. We're also doing Flag Day. I spoke to the Boy Scouts. They're going to be participating with us, with the veterans. We will help them out, but they're going to do the program, and they'll show the attendees how to fold the flag properly, and they'll be providing other information at the flag retirement. The flags will be burned. We haven't decided what location. It'll be either at one of the VFWs, the Mottola Post or Beachmont Post. So we're going to be providing some food for all those who attend, and in the past we've been very thankful to both the VFW and Beachmont and the Mottola Post for allowing us to use their facilities, because they go out of their way. We've had some flags, flag collection boxes. Actually, there were 3 of them, and unfortunately during the tornado they were all damaged. So they're in the process of being repaired, and we collected quite a few flags that from the community, and we're very thankful for them, instead of throwing them in the trash. And but once we get the the flag containers back, then we'll be placing them at various locations in the city.
Nick, I got a question for you. If a
Yes.
spouse has to, after you put the flags on the graves, and sometimes they get missed, if a spouse of a veteran needs a flag, can they contact you?
They can contact my office, and we'd be happy to provide them with the flag for their loved ones who've passed on, so that wouldn't be any problem.
That takes care of Flag Day now. Memorial Day.
Well, Memorial Day I already spoke about. We're going to be but we're going to have a Veterans Day function, and that's, as Pat says, at the VFW in Beachmont, and they're always gracious to us. And when we had the Vietnam Wall here 2 years ago, actually, we had Judy Clark and June Deneen and Denon. I always mispronounce her name. Sorry, June. But they did a tremendous amount of work, and so the Veterans Day we're going to be having a function at the VFW in Beachmont.
Right. I got to tell you, the Beachmont VFW, compared to what it was a few years back and what it is now, it's like heaven. And it's a beautiful function room, and if people want to use it, let's tell them about that.
Okay, it was all done over roughly 2 years ago, and
Beautiful job, by the way.
thank you. And if anybody wishes to rent the hall, they can call June Denon at the VFW. She is the function manager, and if the hall is open, they just fill out the application, and she can give them all the particulars about it. And anybody that's had a function there, we've never had any complaints. So, anybody would like to, like I say, rent the hall. Of course, if it's available, if they contact June Denon at the Beachmont Post 6712, and she'll be happy to provide them with the details.
Good. Joe, tell us a little about, besides your organization, what functions or what do you do for the rest of the year? I know you'd go with the flags because I've gone with you.
Well, we have that Brotherhood breakfast.
Yep.
We attend Memorial Day services and participate in it. We attend the Veterans Day dinner.
Tell us
Really,
more. There's more to it, I know that.
I can't think of it right now.
Okay. Nick, what I'd like to do is to get back to you now. You've been head of the Veteran Service for approximately how many years?
9 years.
Right. And tell us something how you first got interested in that.
Well, I've been working with veterans for many years. We used to participate at the VA hospital in Jamaica Plain. We used to do bingos up there, and I was a member of the advisory committee. I donated over 500 hours to the VA hospital. And we also did bingos at the Chelsea Soldiers Home through the ITAM. So it was great. They enjoyed it, and we provided some money for them, and they were very, very happy.
We talked about Memorial Day. We talked about Flag Day. We talked about Veterans Day. We got to talk about Pearl Harbor Day, December the 7th.
December the 7th, we're going to, through the Revere Allied Veterans Council, we're going to have a service honoring those killed in Pearl Harbor, which actually was the start of the United States getting into World War II. So we're going to be having a service at one of the organizations, and we haven't decided yet. The committee has been gathered, but we've been pretty active.
I got to say this to you. The one who organized the attack on Pearl Harbor, General Yamamoto, was a graduate of MIT right here from Boston, and people don't know it.
Yeah, well,
So he went to school right here, learned everything here, went back there, and the rest is history.
right. Yeah, it definitely is history. I just want to mention one thing. This year, Andrew Biggio is going to have another motorcycle run this year, and they've been working on it. And what they do is they raise the funds, and they provide the funds for the
Wounded
seriously wounded veterans.
Yep.
So there'll be more. It'll be announced.
Do you know offhand the date that it's going to start?
No, it's in the process right
Oh.
now, but it'll be going from the Harley Davidson and Revere,
Oh.
and the route will be determined, and we'll have announcement, and it'll be in the newspaper, and we'll let you know, Mara, so you can.
Revere will put it on the scroll.
Yes,
Revere TV will do it for you.
Bob Dunbar always helps out, so.
Thank God for Bob Dunbar. Joe, you wanted to say a few words. I'm sorry.
I forgot two things. I post, as well as other Jewish War veterans post, do bingos at the Chelsea Soldiers Home or in Bedford. I post does it once a month. We just give out money. They just come and hopefully they all win. The other thing we do is every Thanksgiving, a number of us go up to the Chelsea Soldiers Home
That's right.
and help serve, helps bring the food out to the veterans if they can't handle
Christmas
it.
too.
One at a time. This is so some of the staff can stay home for the
Right.
holiday. And at Christmas, as long as it doesn't fall on Saturday, we do the same thing again. And it feels good. We enjoy doing it.
Right, now I saluted you for your service. I saluted Pat. Joe, now I'm going to salute you for your service. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have about exactly 5 minutes a little there. So Nick, take a minute or so to wrap it up. Whatever you want to talk about.
Well, again, if anybody needs any assistance, my office is open from 8:15 to 5 p.m. Generally, if you call 781-286-8119, and if I'm not there or if I'm out, then just leave a message with Donna or one of the volunteers, and I'll be happy to get back to you.
Thank you. And Pat,
Okay, I
you
would
can
just,
reiterate if you want to.
yes, I would just like to give my thanks to Nick over here, because he was very instrumental when we started 2 years ago with the Vietnam War while getting it here. And between Nick and Judy Clark and June Denon, they spearheaded the whole thing. I mean, we had meetings, and thanks to these people, they made it possible to get the wall to Beachmont. So again, I'd just like to thank Nick and everybody involved, and Nick is very accessible, so if you need something, if he can help you out, he's right there for us, and we're very grateful. Thank you.
And you, Joe?
I also want to thank Nick because he's helped me with a couple of questions I'd had over the years. And I did visit the moving portable Vietnam Wall, and I went there as a visitor, and I found a name or two that I knew. And it is a moving experience. I visited the real one in Washington, and it's an incredible feeling to have it here. So,
I'd just like to say one thing to you gentlemen and to the people out there. I happen to be a World War II veteran, but I got in 1946 overseas. I tried to get in 45, but they said I was too young. I never lifted a gun. The reason I'm considered a World War II veteran in 1946 is because President Truman made December the 31st, 1946, the official end of World War II, even though the war ended on May the 8th, 1945. So that's why I am a World War II veteran. And I want to go ahead.
ended in Europe.
Yeah, September the 8th in the Pacific. Right. Thank you, Joe. But I wasn't in the Pacific. I was overseas in Germany. So that's why I'm considered. If I had been in the Pacific, I still would have been a World War II veteran. 1946, 45. But I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to come up here. May God bless all of you, our troops, the great United States of America, and the people of Revere. And again, I would like to say that this show goes out to our service people all over the world, all over the country, who are in the armed forces. And thank you all out there for watching. And I salute you all out there. Until the next time, we'll have another great show on Revere TV, Channel 8. So stay tuned, folks. Thank you.